ब्रह्माहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Just chant the verses from the first. रूपं दृश्यं लोचनं दृक् तद्दृश्यं दृक्तुमानसम् दृश्याधिवृत्तयः साक्षी दृगेव न तु दृश्यते। नीलपीतस्थूलसूक्ष्म ह्रस्वदीर्घादिभेदतः नानाविधानि रूपाणि पश्येत् लोचनमेकधा। आन्ध्यमान्ध्यपटुत्वेषु नेत्रधर्मेषु चैकधा। संकल्पयेन्मनश्श्रोत्र भगादौ योज्यतामिदम्। कामसंकल्पसन्देहौ श्रद्धा श्रद्धे धृतितरे। ह्रीर्धीर्भीरित्येवमादि भासयत्येकदाचितिः। नोदेति नास्तमेत्येषा न वृद्धिं याति न क्षयम्। स्वयं विभात्यथान्यानि भासयेत् साधनं विना। चिच्छायावेशतो बुद्धौ भानं धीस्तु द्विधा स्थिता। स्यात् अंतःकरणरूपिणी. As we saw, Buddhau Chichaya Aveshata. Buddhi here means Antahkaranam. Entire Antahkaranam is called Buddhi. In that Buddhi, which has a capacity to as though reflect consciousness, like the mirror, which has a capacity to manifest the sentiency, to manifest the consciousness. And that, like the sun, the obtaining sun in a given mirror, similarly, the obtaining consciousness in a given antakarana is called chichaya or chidabhasa or chit pratibimba. These are the words often used. You might have heard chidabhasa or chit pratibimba is what that buddhi or antakaranam which reflects or manifests or conditions the consciousness. Like the space available in a pot that can be called as avakasha abhasa. 5 liter space, because of 5 liter space pot. The pot has a capacity to hold liquid to the extent of 5 liter. That obtaining space, quote unquote, inside the pot, obtaining space. The space becomes obtaining space only with reference to the walls. It is the same space which is there inside and it is there outside. Okay? So you can say the mirror with the sun within. Understand the word within? We say consciousness is within. What is within? Antakarana itself is within consciousness. Mirror itself is within the sun. Sun is everywhere with reference to mirror. In a desert, sun is everywhere. But you say within. Within is a sense that it can be seen clearly in the mirror. Okay? So the consciousness which is obtaining within antakarana is in no way different from the consciousness which is obtaining outside. The space obtaining in a pot is in no way different from the space which is outside. Though we say dirty space, smelling space, if you have something like that in the pot, the space is asangaha, it never smells, it never becomes dirty. Space is nitya shuddha, nitya asangaha. And another example we gave, sun looks shaking sun, restless sun. If the water surface is restless, sun looks dirty. If the water is dirty, but it appears, sun doesn't become dirty, sun doesn't become restless. Consciousness is same. That which obtains in antakaranam and that which obtains outside antakaranam is same. And that consciousness is referred as Sakshi. Sakshi word is attributed to consciousness to cleanse, as though tvam shodhanam, to remove what is not I. The gunas of the water has been imputed the qualities of the pot has been imputed. I am dirty, I am smelling, I am shaking, etc. You are none of them. To distinguish oneself from the place where you are conditioned. There is a word in English, condition. The consciousness conditioned by antakaranam. Consciousness obtained in the antakaranam. Consciousness that is reflected in the antakaranam. Consciousness that manifests in the antakaranam. These are the same words, implying that that consciousness which has taken itself to be the antakaranam. It doesn't say I am antakaranam, but gunas of antakaranam are imputed upon myself. Qualities of the conditioning agent are superimposed on I, that is jiva. Okay? That jiva which has superimposed the qualities is told you are not. And that bare one is told that sun which is neither dirty, the sun which is neither shaking, the sun which is neither 2 by 2 or 7 by 3 size of the mirror, that sun is same as that. That sun can be called as Tattvam Asi. That sun is referred as Sakshi. The status of being Sakshi is again provisional. Status of being illuminator of the eyes and the mind and etc. is also provisional. I am either in the, like that sun doesn't illumine by mere presence, things get illuminated. The status given to mirror that it illumines this room, dark room, is provisional. That Sakshi doesn't do anything, no witness, no seeing, like that sun. So also the state that is called Chidabhasaha or Chit Pratibimbaha or Chit Avachin Antahkarana Avachinna Chaitanyam. These are all technical words you might have heard. Now, this Antahkaranam is Buddhi. Now I will use the word Buddhi or Antahkarana. Please understand, it is one and the same. Which is Jada. It becomes sentient. Now that sentient Buddhi or Antahkaranam, we call it, this mind is an anatomical word, chemicals. Antahkaranam is Vrityatmak, in the form of, since it is subtle, that you cannot see. What you see is not Antahkarana. It is a mind. It is Sukshma Sharira, Indriya Agochara. That is in the form of thoughts. Somehow, this is another Shakti of Ishvara. This is another Shakti of Maya. What? It divides these two Dvidha Sthita. Look this. We saw the first half of the first line. Chitshaya aveshato buddhau bhanam. Okay? Chitshaya aveshataha. There is a bhanam in the buddhi, in the antahkarana. Bhana means illumination, effulgence, awareness. That awareness manifests as awarefulness. Chaitanta, conscience. Consciousness manifests as sentience. That is bhanam. Now, this bhanam, sentiency, this buddhi, this is another magic, divides itself into two. Same buddhi. One becomes two, like that mono acting. He becomes the actor and he becomes another actor in the same person. One is called Eka Ahankrutihi. Eka, as I said, buddhi is in a thought form. Thought form is a vritti. There are thoughts. Antahkaranam is thoughts. So one type of thought is called Ahankrutihi, I. And that means Asmat Pratyaya Gocharaha. That I, it is not simply sentient. There is a sense that I am. That I amness take itself to be limited by these. And another one is what? Anya antahkarana rupini. That other one becomes the size of the form of antahkarana. Antahkarana means idam, this. Same antahkaranam plays the role of I and this. Becomes karta, seer of all the vrittis, sees sukha dukkha, and it becomes sukha dukkha as well. How it can happen? It happens in your dream. The whole dream world, think of this. When you see a dream, you manifest as the entire dream. All dream objects, all dream people, all dream situation, who becomes I. Correct? And you have an experience of dream also. In the dream you feel happy, in the dream you feel unhappy, in the dream you feel anxiety, in the dream you are relaxed, happy, jumping. And a dream is nothing but projection of mind. The same mind, same antahkarana becomes the subject as well as object. The waking is equated to dream. Since all of you are studying Mandukya Karika nowadays. He says, why? Just as in the dream there is a seer seen, but actually both are one. So also this antahkaranam in waking also, same antahkaranam is seer seen. How? Swamiji, how can you say, I see this tumbler, where is the antahkaranam? Seen is outside me. In dream, seen is inside me. In a way, inside, outside, we leave it, but at least there is a Vyavaharik Satta. Everybody sees this tumbler, everybody sees this mic, everybody sees you. If I become all the time what I see, like suppose waking is like dream, it is not, this is glass, everybody sees. Different. In dream I can understand, I am the tumbler in the dream. How it is waking? And if waking and dream are same, I can make you also all the time and ask you, keep talking. How it is? Yes, understand. There is a subtle point. Why this is so? They are saying, when you see the tumbler, though you see the tumbler, the knowledge takes place not of exactly seeing the tumbler, you see this tumbler vritti, thought form of a tumbler. That is why when there is a rope, somehow there is idam vritti as a snake, you say this is snake. We don't see the object outside per se and say this is it. The corresponding thought form you see inside, that idam vritti. And you say this is like that. Quite often we mistake. Rope snake may not happen in our life. But this happened. Oh, I thought that fellow was there on the airport. He just looked exactly like so and so. But when I went closer, I realized he was not there. Till you realize, till then that vritti, what you saw inside, the tadakar vritti was of that Mr. X. And you saw that X akara vritti and said, this is Mr. X. Then go near. Oh my God, thank God I didn't touch him. Otherwise I want to call him. So though it appears, we see this vritti, but eyes etc. give rise to vritti inside, antahkarana. That is called idam vritti, this. The trick. Same antahkaranam in a dream becomes twofold. Here also, in waking also it is twofold. Eka ahankritihi, anya antahkarana One is I. The I is born. Like even, I have no example, but you have to imagine. There is a sun, reflecting sun in the mirror, and that sun goes around. Now I shall illumine others. And the sun sees that it throws light in this dark room and says, I have illumined this dark room. Which sun? In the mirror. Obtain. So it's like in the dream, there is some obtaining I who sees the dream, who has created the business empire and a car and a house and feels happy. I have made this house in Palo Alto. I can afford now this 5 million house. This is Maya. Antahkaranam creates two, aham vritti and idam. That idam vritti is always requires corresponding object in the waking state. Idam vritti in the dream requires your memory only. Memory gives rise to idam. In waking you require object, but through this, the same antahkaranam in dream, subject, object, so also same antahkaranam is subject, object in waking. Chitchaya veshato bhanam distu dvidha sthita. Buddhi, antahkaran becomes twofold. Eka ahankriti syat, the seer, doer, knower, etc. becomes. I am the seer, knower, karta, bhokta, etc. And other one is seen, heard, done, listened, etc. Karta, bhokta. That is vritti. Okay? So ahankara also is in a thought form, vritti form. Same antahkaranam. And in the same antahkaranam is idam form. And that ahankara, that sun inside the mirror, which thinks I am illuminating everyone else, is I am illuminating this room and feels happy. I am a big illuminator. But you are not this big and small. You are the big illuminator who illumines the entire world. That is you. So that antahkaranam, ahankara, is non-separate from consciousness. Remember, the snake is not separate from the rope. There is an appearance, that fellow thinks I am snake. But even when ahankara thinks, ahankara takes that I am limited, that itself is ahankara. Sense of limitations, sense that I am small is ahankara. That itself is Chaitanya. That Sakshi itself is all-pervasive consciousness. Sakshi is a one who is free from upadhi gunas. Drashta, ultimate drashta. Oh, now I am seer. It is in my light, everything, every mind can illumine, senses can illumine. I am the Jnana-swarupa, and that Jnana is everywhere. The light of the mirror, because of which other things get illumined, is the light illumining everything, not those limited few things. So, bhanam dvidha. This Sakshi is, that ahankara is told as Sakshi first, and then it is told, hey Sakshi, you are not even Sakshi, you are just Prakasha Swarupa. Imagine in a dream, fellow feels so dukhi and happy and lost the house and lost the money and lost the job and all things. Then he is told, you are Sakshi to all of this. Sakshi is the status of Sakshi is given to tell that you are unaffected, you are different. Separation of Adhyasa. You are different, not this. And then that Sakshi is told, you are the entire dream. Nothing is separate from you in the dream. You are all that is here. Okay? And as long as you realize that, as long as you own up that, it is told, hey Jiva, there is one Atma, which is Asanga. So Jiva thinks, oh, there are two Atmas. I am Jiva and there is Atma. And then the quote also, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya. The two is used to destroy as though destroy one. The two is used to know the fallacy of the first. Ahankara is fallacy. It is superimposed. There is, though we say rope and snake, there is no snake. Rope and snake are talked about to appreciate that snake is superimposed. And that which is superimposed is always out of ignorance. And that which is born out of ignorance never exists. Like our childhood ghost. Children think, no, there is a ghost in the terrace. In villages, they always used to, there is a ghost under the peepal tree. There used to be the ghost. I remember this Rajkot Ahmedabad highway. I had heard so many stories. The Chudel, there is there on the ghost is on the road. Because that was a part which had a maximum accident. And children always tell stories. In the night suddenly Chudel came and asked to stop. Of course she didn't come on the broom, not American Chudel, Indian. So he came walking and her feet, the indication that it's not a real story. That her legs were not touching the floor, she was walking in space. And driver got frightened and met with accident. I have been traveling to Ahmedabad almost to and fro, 4 to 5 times a month. I have to run around, at least half of the highway. So I know every pothole. And every turn. Whenever I have a new driver, I tell him, be careful here. There will be pot, take it this lane. I tell them, I know this. But unfortunately, I have not met that children. Never, thank God, I would not have been here if I had met. But this Chudel was born out of ignorance. That which is born out of ignorance doesn't exist. It exists in a buddhi where there is ignorance. Children say there is a ghost upstairs. Children always have stories, every village children have a story. There is a ghost near the tree. There is no ghost because it is a mental. Mental means imagine. Imagine means out of ignorance. Snake is out of ignorance. That is not really there. Though we say rope and snake, there is no end. There is rope and rope. And only rope thereafter. To come to only rope, Jiva is told, you and the Sakshi, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya, Ekaswadu Vatti, one eats the karma phala and another Abhichakashiti, one is a witness, there is no another witness. That I who enjoys karma phala suffers, whatever it may be the case. The same is Sakshi. In a dream, the one who suffers is Sakshi. And that Sakshi also is not Sakshi. It is only manifestation of consciousness. Chaitanya Vilasa. Brahma latka kare. Brahma itself is manifesting as many. So that Antakaranam, That is Maya. That is Achintya Shakti as I and this. I and this. I is relatively constant. Keep watching, oh, this is a tree, redwood tree, there is a bird, there is a library, there is a book, there is a person, there is a chair, there is a food, and goes on. Somehow, with all this, this which is actually inside, he doesn't identify it which is born out of perception. That vrukshakara vritti, the thought form in the form of a tree, the thought form in the form of a car, is never taken as I. But that awareness cause antakarana, cause body awareness, I am one. That you know without the agency of sense organ is somehow taken as I. Though it is enough, that body is this, and the thisness of the body is same as thisness of the tree. But that obtaining consciousness in the antakarana, because of which there is awareness about body-mind complex, etc., it takes itself to be body-mind complex. This is Adhyasa. Drk Drsya Aikyam. That consciousness is told you are Sakshi to this body-mind. Lochanam Drshyam, Manaha Drshyam, Buddhi Drshyam, Vrittayaha Drshyam. Oh, I am the seer. No, you are not even seer. That ER means Karta. You are just shining principle, consciousness, which is inside as well as outside. They are not separate. So they give another example also, just for information. Those of you who studied recently Dakshinamurti Stotra, the first sloka says, Vishwam Darpana Drashyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantar Gatam. Just as you see in the mirror. The modern example I gave you, while driving a car, you see the space in the mirror. There is no space in the mirror. Mirror is in the space. Though it is happened in the mirror, so you see the world in the mind, there is nothing in the mind. It is same consciousness. The mirror itself occupies a space and reflects some space within itself. So also you see this, the avachinna chaitanya, what it is called, obtaining consciousness or abhasa chaitanyam, that chaitanya obtained here undergoes changes, apparent, but as such no change, and that is because of that aham vritti identifies with. Therefore it says, Chichaya Veshato Bhanam. There is a pravesh. I told you, Chichaya enters. There is a, for a want of better word. Another example they give, there is a ball of iron ball, you put it in fire and take it out, then says the fire has entered into the ball. There is no entry. Consciousness being all pervasive, space being all pervasive, never ever enters the pot. But since it is available there in a given size, 5 liter size, so we can say apparently the space has entered. Bhagavan created the world, tat sruštva, bahusyam praja yeti, satapo tapyata, satapastaptva, idagum sarvam asrujata, yadidam kincha, etc. Mantra, then it comes. He created, entered. Entry is what? Just putting antahkaranam inside. Starts manifesting. When you color the mirror with the silver coat, sun enters as though. Entry is what? Availability. Chaitanya is available in which form? As sentience. Chaitanya is available, consciousness is available in Antahkarana, a sentient being. Therefore they say it is there in Hridayam. Sick in your heart. These are all words. It is not there in the heart, really speaking. Okay? This is the physiological heart you are talking. I have come across one Sampradaya fellows. Which, in Hindi they say, Sunta bhi divana, kehta bhi divana. The one who listens is also senseless and tells also senseless. There are audience there. They say, generally when I travel, that's my quality time. I keep quiet and can think. So I always prefer a seat where no one comes. But one guy came. And I always remain a face in the crowd. Nobody knows that this Papa. So I was sitting and, where are you from? Which sampradaya? Now this question is wrong. So I don't know. Which dharma? I don't answer. But then they started themselves. Like your TV program, they give background laughter. Yeah, so you laugh, prompting you to laugh. So he started. He said, from Gujarat. Oh, Swaminarayan. Then like this, ISKCON. रजनीश लगते हो कोई अच्छी गाली दे यार if you want to abuse me, it's better call me Rajneesh. Give half a dozen options. What are you? I didn't know. I am just sadhu ban gaye. I am just a sadhu sitting in. What are you doing? I didn't want to give him any point that he can question and go conversation further. Sukara. Don't waste time. Human birth is special. Really good, thank you, I'll be careful. I said I will do japa. No, japa will not give you. This birth is for moksha, understand? I said I will do japa. No, bhakti will not give you. Okay, come to my sampradaya. Our Bhagavan will take you to Dham. Like Christians and Muslims going to heaven. Just be believer. I said, okay. Where are you going in Delhi? Somebody. Though I was meeting some dignitaries. No, you come with me. We have a temple. I will get you Diksha. This is getting dangerous. So, I said, well, but who is your Guru? My Guru is so great. He is Sakshat Bhagavan. And once it touches you, you have a green card for him. I said, I have some work. I'll come for the green card later. No, you should come. I said, how is your, he is such a scholar, he has read all the books. But he found nothing is useful. All Upanishad are useless. I said, okay. Then you see only the blessings. Only the seva, only the ashirvad like this, the bar, will take you to moksha. So come and take one from Guru's. Okay. Then he thought that I have not realized the strength of Guru. Our Guruji is so great. studied something? He said, a little bit. Bhagavan is in the Hridaya. He said, now you have come to the point. You know, our Guruji had a heart problem. And he was taken to US. He told me some name also, some very senior. Then I googled out. He is a very prominent heart surgeon. That his whole team of doctors did the bypass. And you know, when they opened the heart, my God, Narayana was sitting in it. And they all got blessings of Narayana. Their hands stopped. They were so enchanted by seeing Narayana. And he blessed. After some time, they became conscious. Then they closed the heart. That Guruji will bless you, will go to heaven. That was a little too much. It made me so uncomfortable, but still I swallowed. Let him go. And he was after me, you have to come, you have to come. Everything should be left. First priority should that, you should get Diksha. You do your work tomorrow, come to me. I said, Abhi first get. He will take me from the airport. So I gave him a piece of my wisdom. I said, it was nice to hear, and the great glory of your teacher, Guru, who is Sakshat Narayana here, he must be avatar of Hanumanji. Next story, you know, Hanumana, so drama. He said, he is more than that. Well, I said, good, because he is Sakshat Narayana avatar, a new avatar. All those Dashavataras usual, this is recent, couple of centuries ago avatar. And he has come. I said, okay. And he's sitting there. How? I said, did he go for operation, for bypass? He had a block. Yeah, 98% block. Still Guruji traveled. Oh. And that Narayana sitting inside gave darshan like this to doctor. You said so? Yes. You will also have darshan. And I asked him, if Narayana was sitting inside, and if that sitting inside the heart Narayana can give darshana to doctor and bless the doctor, why the hell your Narayana did not bless your Guru first of all? You should have cured the heart. Why should he have blocked it if he is sitting inside? When you come to Dharma, have Shraddha. I said, I have Shraddha, all right. But ask your Guru, why did Narayana in the first place created or allowed the blockage? If 98% block he could survive, he helped him. That means you are creating a problem and then solving. Like the Swamiji's joke, you know. This woman went to the office in the morning, was late and started the car. Suddenly, by the time she opened the door of garage, stop! And he opened the door. She thought some husband is shouting. Did he call me? No, no, no. And she closed the door and went to the stop! She opened the garage. Stop! She down. She sat in a car and moved little. Brakes had failed. She discovered. Stop. Thank God. Other day she went to a mall, supermarket. Just coming out with the cart and all luggage. Stop! After one experience, she just paused for 1 or 2. And the people were coming and going, and she thought I may give some side passage. She went, no, stop! So she came back in the mall. And suddenly one teenage boy dashed the car in the front. My God, I'm saved. I could have been. After some time, she was to go to some function, party. Stop, stop, stop. The next day she read the news that terrorists had killed some people. Oh my God. Like that, some other 3-4 incidents happened. And she got so confused. She had to attend some job, can't do anything, every time stop. Got irritated. Who the hell are you? The divine voice came. I am the Savior. Idiot, where the hell you were there when I exchanged the ring with this idiot? Why didn't you stop me then? Now you are stopping me. Similarly, what kind of Bhagavan that you are sitting inside and not solving the problem of your Guru? This is not the heart we are talking. Hridaya Granthi. Hridaya means the eye sense. It's symbolic. You say, I did it. It is always on the left side, generally. That I-ness is Ishvara. Ahankara is the consciousness. Understand? And how it happens, how the obtaining sun takes itself to be the size of the reflecting medium, how the obtaining sun takes itself to be different from that sun, how the obtaining sun takes itself to be of the qualities of the reflecting medium. No answer. That is why we call it as how that sentiency, the light that is obtained in mirror take, that becomes twofold, subject-object. There is inside, as I said, though you seem to be seeing an object, in fact you see the thought form that takes place in your mind. There is somebody here, exactly like dream, there is a subject-object division of the same antahkara. One cannot be two. Or you can give a modern example, the same light becomes hero and heroine and villain on the screen. There are not two things, it's same electricity, same power. And that is called Maya. And this Chitchaya Veshato Buddhau Buddhistu Dvidasthita Eka Ahankrutihi Anyasyad Antahkarana Rupini. Antahkarana Rupini means Idam Rupini. This. Aham Vritti Rupini means I. This becomes one. And then, as I said in the earlier class, this led sentiency to body, etc. That is being elaborated in the next sloka. Look at the 7th. Chaya Hankarayoraikyam Taptayah Pindavan Matam Tadahankara Tadhatmyat Dehaschetanatamagad Chaya Hankarayoraikyam Taptayah Pindavan Matam Tadahankara Tadhatmyat Dehaschetanatamagad Chaya Ahankarayoho Aikyam. This Abhasa Chaitanya, now I will use the word, the Pratibimbita Chaitanya, the consciousness obtaining in the antahkarana. Example, the obtaining sun in the mirror is called chaya. Here, chaya word is used to imply just as chaya is not separate from the bimb. It can be of different size and shape according to the light. Shade or pratibimb, whatever. You can say reflection. Reflection can be of different size and shape, but it can never be independent of the bimb. If I am not there, there is no reflection. It may show different. Concave, convex mirror, those fun mirrors are there for the children park. But then, therefore it is called chaya, bimba or pratibimba, to imply what obtains is really or intrinsically not independent of the truth. What obtains in mirror is not independent or true of me. That means, if I use the known word, satta spurti, the existence in the mirror, and the movement, whatever is there in the mirror, is all because of me. And that which exists in the borrowed existence, that is called mithya. Our famous example, chain, bangle, ring, it exists, but the chain is because the gold is. Chain shines because the gold shines. Therefore, the shine and the existence of the chain is because of the gold, so chain is called mithya. Mithya is the one whose existence is not on its own. Therefore, we use the word real. The isness of a thing is because of something else. The chain is, that isness of the chain belongs to gold is. Therefore, though we go to a goldsmith and say, I want to sell the chain, when you sell the chain, gold also goes. You cannot sell when you buy the chain, gold also comes. You cannot buy chain without gold, unless it's a silver chain. That's a different thing. But I am buying a golden chain, and Swamiji, I bought a chain, golden chain. Ayyo, forgot the gold. Because chain cannot exist without gold. Therefore, chain is mithya. So also, this chit pratibimba, chidabhasaha or ahankaraha is because of chit. The reflection in the mirror is because of sun. It is a source of light because sun is source of light. In the mirror you may see a flask. The flask in the mirror is because of this flask. But that flask doesn't shine. Sun shines. The shining of a mirror, illumination capacity of the mirror is because of sun. So the obtaining sun in the mirror is mithya. Asti bhati of the ahankara is of Chaitanya. So we say ahankara is mithya. And Shankaracharya ji says, Chaya ahankarayoho aikya. That obtaining consciousness, the obtaining sense that I am limited in that consciousness, that obtaining sun in the mirror, and the sense in that obtaining sun that I am only 2 by 2, they are aikya. Because sense is based on what is obtaining, and what is obtaining is because of the sun. So, Chidabhasa is mithya, Ahankara also is, they are aikyam. So ahankara, the sense of being limited, sense of doership, enjoyership, kartrutva, bhoktrutva is actually superimposed on Chidabhasa. That obtaining consciousness in the Antakarana somehow takes itself to be Karta Bhokta. Chaya Ahankarayoho Aikyam. How it happens? Another example. Taptayaf Pindavat. It is like Tapta means heated, hot. Ayaha means iron. Pinda means ball. Ayaf Pinda, like an iron ball. So, it is like when Ahankara says, I am man, I am woman, I am young. And the other fellow says, I am young, into bracket, past young, old, you are. I am young, I am short, I am tall, I am happy, I am unhappy. In all of them, I am is what? Consciousness. Asti bhati. That I amness belongs to consciousness. Chain is, bangle is, ring is, that isness of all of them belongs to God. The shining chain is, shining bangle is, shining ring is, the shine of all of them belongs to God. Asmi, bhami, I am, is like taptayaf pindavati. So explain, when you put the iron ball, just a ball of iron, in a fire for some time and take it out, it becomes a fire ball. The fireness of the ball is of fire. What is fireness? That it can burn. It emits light, belongs to fire. And ballness of the ball, fireball. Fire has no ballness. So ballness of the fireball belongs to iron. So anyonya, mixed up. One part belongs to fire, other part belongs to iron ball. Similarly, when the fellow says, I am man, I amness belongs to fire, consciousness. That sentiency, I am sentient, I am, my existence, that I am sentient, the existence and sentiency, the light and the heat of the iron ball belongs to fire. But then, ballness in I am, ballness in the fireness in the iron, and the ballness in fire. In I-ness there is smallness, I-ness there is dukhiness, that belongs to body, mind, complex. Just as fire and iron ball, as they unite to create a third thing called as iron ball, which is neither fire, neither ball, or which is both, you can say. So also, Chidabhasa and Upadhi unite, and there is Ahankara. There is that sentiency of I and easiness of existence of I belongs to consciousness. And limitations, gunas, belongs to Upadhi. Therefore they said taptaya pindavati. Understand? Another more example I can give. One mirror, one sun. There are so many reflected suns in the mirror. So many mirrors because of many mirrors. One sun says, I am dull. Another says, I am bright. Third one says, I am small. Fourth one says, I am big. Fifth one says, I am little dirty. Sixth one says, I am little clean, Mr. Clean. Seventh one says, oh, I am impure because I belong to this fellow. The other one says, I am very pure. In bigness, dirtiness, purityness, clear, sharp and dull is all ness belongs to mirror. I amness belongs to what? Then obtaining Chidabhasa. That Chidabhasa's I amness belongs to original Sat, which is Swata Siddha, which is self-existence. It is independent of Upadi, independent of mirror. Whether mirror is there or not, sun is bright. Suppose, like let us take another example of a pool of water. You pour it in a small cylindrical jar, which has just a diameter of 1 feet. The sun says, now I am 1 feet shining sun. Then you pour it in another bucket, which has 3 feet diameter. I am now 3 feet. Another thing, 50 feet. I am now 50 feet. 50 fitness, 2 fitness, 3 fitness, 1 fitness is because of jar. I amness is because of sun. Understand? So I am, Ahankara says, and adds something, it becomes like a fireball. Fireness gets into the ball, so this inert becomes sentient, conscious, self-revealing, and the shape and the size of the ball gets into the fire, mission. Like Shiva and Vishnu creating something third. This is the mithya. Okay. Taptaya Pandavat. And just as this Ahankara identifies the Chidabhasa, obtaining reflection in the mirror, identifies with the reflecting medium, then it gets added to what? That Chidabhasa born Ahankara gets Ahankara Tadatmyat Dehaschetanatam Aga. That Ahankara, that Chidabhasa, ultimately Chidabhasa, that becomes Ahankara. And that Chidabhasa is original Sun. Reflection available in the mirror is original Sun. But that becomes Ahankara. And is another example you have to add. Suppose it travels, that reflection, therefore I use the pool of water, reflecting medium. The silver color doesn't travel, but the water can travel. It goes from one place to another place, that becomes reflected. Similarly, that Ahankara, which is nothing but Chidabhasa, that Chidabhasa who is nothing but the consciousness, goes from one body to another body with that antahkaranam, and wherever that body he takes on, it becomes sentient. Dehaha chetanatam aga. So the physical body, agat means gains, obtains, acquires. What? Chetanata, sentiency. I told you in the previous class, to manifest the consciousness, which is formless, shapeless, without any attribute, in the form of sentiency, is the capacity of antahkarana. So antahkarana manifests consciousness as conscious being. And that being goes to, connects to the body, and the body also becomes sentient. How? He says, Ahankara Tadatma. Tadatma is in sense of connection. Tadatma not in a sense of identification. Identification can be mental. Here is a real connection. Mohammed Sukshma, in other words, with whatever body Sukshma Sharira connects, that Sthula Sharira becomes sentient. And moment the Sukshma Sharira takes away, it goes away, the joining is disconnected, that body becomes what it is, inert. Like even that glass becomes reflecting medium when there is silver coating. If you remove it, manifestation stops in terms of effulgence. So also, body getting connected with the Sukshma Sharira becomes sentient. Remember, Sukshma Sharira includes sense of touch. As long as the sense of touch is the most pervasive organ compared to other senses. To the extent sense of touch pervades, goes to that extent body is sentient. The body is sentient here and here. Swami used to say, if the bullet passes in between, no problem. You don't feel anything because there is no sentiency here. Sukshma Sharira is not there. Sukshma Sharira's connection with the body is everywhere. Which everywhere with reference to the size of the body. It is expandable. When Madhya Pradesh grows, you don't miss sense of touch in between. I was born with this much and now it is extra. No. If it Sukshma Sharira enters into mosquito body, it shrinks to that. Goes to elephant body, it pervades to elephant. Like some example, this bulb, if I put the light bulb in just a cardboard box of 3 feet by 3 feet, the light will emit only to 3 by 3, 9 square feet. And if I put the bulb in the room, light will emit to the entire. Sukshma Sharira, as per karma phalas, that I have to add for your understanding, becomes qualified, the jiva, because of his karmas, has to have elephant body. Then Sukshma Sharira connects with the jiva's body and jiva enjoys elephant's sukha dukkha. Enjoys or suffers, whatever. Then it has to have fish Sharira. The fish has different kind of sukha dukkha. It gets into human Sharira. It has to have another sukha dukkha. In human also, goes to India, another sukha. Goes to Delhi, another sukha. Goes to Gujarat, another sukha. Then gets transferred to America, another sukha. As per karma, as per prarabdha, that the yoni is assigned and Sukshma Sharira Jiva, taking with Sukshma Sharira moves and connects to that body becomes sentient. Deha Chetanatam Aga. The Sthula Sharira becomes conscious. And the other side of the statement is Ahankara Tadatmyat. As long as I sense is there, Ahankara Tadatmya Abhavat Deha Jadatam. When Ahankara leaves, body becomes Jada. Understand? So I told you in the beginning itself, any object that is inert, another object is sentient, it is only because absence and presence of Sukshma Sharira. Why Sukshma Sharira? In fact, Sukshma Sharira doesn't make it sentient by itself. Sukshma Sharira is something which has a capacity to manifest sentiency of the consciousness. It first becomes sentient, and when that unites with the body, we say Sukshma Sharira makes it sentient. But ultimately not. Sukshma Sharira also is Jada. These are like any other object. Coming in contact, union, the Chidabhasa, existence of Chidabhasa in Sukshma Sharira makes it sentient. And that Sukshma Sharira with Chidabhasa unites with any other gross body, it in turn makes it sentient. And when that Sukshma Sharira with Chidabhasa leaves the body, that body becomes inert. And when the ahankara is removed, ahankara I told you is a product of agnanam. When agnanam is removed in the light of self-knowledge, that Chidabhasa who thinks I am small, little, and that Chidabhasa realizes I am not this, I am that son, aham brahmasmi, the Sukshma Sharira also gets dissolved. Therefore there is no going and coming for a wise man. Understand? No rebirth. Because that ahankara wanted some medium to travel, wanted to come and go here and there. Just as after death, Sthula Sharira dissolves into Panchamahabhuta. After the death of a wise person, the nucleus, the ahankara which holds Sukshma Sharira together also gets dissolved. And once it gets dissolved, no travel. Yat gatva yat natu. With these words, we will conclude. There's enough dose, I suppose. I think I should next time tell Chawla to give extra tea. Yeah, it's enough. That in short, that I sense that I am limited is mithya. I am is abhasa, chidabhasa. And abhasa also is because manifestation of consciousness which is limitless. I am limitless. That when I say I am dukhi, in that I am is limitless. Exactly another example, when actor says, I am pauper, give me money, that I am is rich. That so-called pauperness is to the dress, to the role. So Maryada, limitations are all because of upadhi, sthula or sukshma. Atma is I, is nitya muktaha, purnaha, asanga, what all you can say. The sun is purna, asangaha, nitya muktaha, nitya shuddhaha, may be reflecting in the drainage water of a butcher or maybe in Gangaji. It is shuddhaha. That is I. That's a message that drashta, which was told as sakshi, is not even sakshi. I am witnessing my mind and senses and ears and nose and everything. But hey, you are not here, you are everywhere. That what you witness is limited. The witness capacity, the sentiency is of that sun which is all purpose. So just to be sakshi is not enough. That I am sakshi, okay, develop sakshi bhava, okay. But then know that sakshi is chidabhasa. And chidabhasa is abhasa of chit. And chidabhasa is because of chit. And that chidabhasa is of the size because of antakarana. But you are basically chit. Chidananda rupaha. That's a message. We'll see further next time. We'll have now question answer session after the break, after lunch I guess. And we'll conclude then. So I think you announced these are the questions.
Yeah, we announced it and you will have
few more.
More.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.
Please wait, everybody. Let Swamiji's food be ready and then we can start.
You can start serving while the 15th chapter is being chanted, okay?
Right.
Don't wait till the chapter to be completed. You can keep serving.
Okay.
We will chant 15th chapter, but serving can go on. Only eating cannot go on till the chapter is over.
I already got one. You wrote it down.
चेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयते किलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्याहं प्रतिसन्निविष्टः मत्तः स्मृतिज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् द्वामिमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्तन्यः परमात्मेति भागतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य विभक्तव्यय ईश्वरः यस्मात् शरणमयीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रतितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेव न सम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतत् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः हरिः ॐ ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना